Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. In this video I've got something a little bit different from just gameplay. I've recorded one of my games and I've sent it off to 3 different coaches to ask for their feedback and a bit my areas of biggest improvements. Each of these coaches comes in at a different price point. In the red corner, let's say it's Mr. Survivalist. He is a guy that does a lot of recordings, rec reviews, and puts them on YouTube. So that was kind of like a bit of an inspiration to where I got this idea from. He charges $15 per rec review, and yeah, he does them on his stream. So if you're ever around, you can always just jump on and catch him giving some commentary to some other players. Then in the blue corner, shall we say, we've got $10. We've got Dragonstar, who is India's top player. He's recently was in the Hidden Cup 5 qualifiers. Didn't make it through to the main event, unfortunately, but you know, he's a 2.5k player, so he's not somebody you should turn your nose up at. And then we've also got another 2k player. Just for context, Survivalist 2.2k, I think. The ELO is really irrelevant to me because I'm 1k and that my mistakes are so big that anybody above me, even people below me, are probably going to be able to spot them. Anyway, sorry, I digress. The last person we've got on the list, but not least, least as in terms of cost, it's Oladushka. Who is a Belarusian, and he charges $5 per rec review. I worked with him a few times already, so he kind of knows a bit more about me, but that's not anything to say that that's not going to be the focus of this video. I'm going to give some of my takes about what was going through my thought process throughout the commentary, but I'm not going to be showing the whole game. It was a long game. I really tried to squeeze it out to see if there was anything I could do to come back. And you guys don't need to sit through a 2.5-hour video of 4 people commentating on the same thing. So spoiler alert though, it wasn't my best game. I knew it wasn't my best game, but I thought it was a representative game. Now I've received this feedback, I am really embarrassed about it. So yeah, but I've learned a lot from this. So yeah, if you ever had coaching, just let me know in the comments below, because I'd be really interested to know and how's that impacted your performance, because what you'll see here is I've learned a lot from that. I've learned a lot. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started.
On the green, Arabia, you want to be thinking aggression. Since the wood lines are a little bit further away from the TC on this map usually, then you want to consider that it's going to be a little hard to defend, which also means it's harder for your opponent to defend. So going aggressive should, in theory, be the best play. Now, you also have to consider the matchup as well. So if it's Saracens versus Koreans, well, Saracens, they kind of can do quite a few things. Like they are very flexible with the market. These days, when I get Saracens, I'm thinking Bloodline Scouts. I'm thinking you don't play like a normal Scouts build where you're making a good economy of farms and stuff. Using the Saracen economy, you kind of want to get a market. Just go to gold, get a market on Feudal Age, and you can just buy food. It's just the most economic way to play the Saracens in the early game.
Korean skirmishers instantly will have armor, and they will get only 1 damage from archers. So it is already not good to go archers as Saracens. Okay. Well, also Korean skirms are cheaper.
And he gets cheaper skirmishers. The skirmishers get +1 armor if you know the bonuses of the civilizations. So that's not really an opening I would recommend. So
Okay, archers maybe not the best approach here. Scouts could be. I think this is kind of mistake, these 2 houses, because these 2 houses you kinda split your woodline from your TC. It's like they are unprotected now. You could make these 2 houses here, right? And then it will be like you will have wall this part, right? Like this is walled, 2 houses here until TC, and yeah, this is perfect. So now if, for example, archers from opponent will come here, these villagers, well, will they go? They just trapped. You just trapped your villagers, kinda. So these 2 houses should be here for sure. Like,
I don't know. If I was gonna build houses, I would have probably wanted to go like this, or even from here towards the TC. Then it's kind of walled. This doesn't really do anything, but if you put 2 houses like this, okay, now it's walled to the TC. We can wall the back like this, and then it's fine. But I don't know. The berries are here. This wood line is here. This wood line, it's kind of like if you have your wood line here, your berries here, your gold is here, your vills are all over the place. So it's really hard to defend. So on this map, I might have considered going for this wood line close to the berries, and then we can kind of wall like this in front of the berries to here, maybe to this wood line in front of the gold. Then we kind of have like 2 lumber camps, berries, gold, and you kind of wall like this.
Can be pretty much be corrected. Also, you're walling the backside of your base first. Look at where your enemy spawning. He's spawning on the south. Wall always towards the enemy, because that is the direction of attack the enemy is going to make. So walling towards the enemy should always take a priority rather than walling the back. Also, look at how close you're to the edge of the map. This wall would have been so much better if you took the time to scout just a little bit and extend that wall to this. And that way you can save a lot of resources with the villager work time and the wood you're gonna spend on walling this. So really recommend having better base layout if you are going to go for walls. If you're going to play aggressive, walling should not be that much something you have to be worried about. But I would definitely recommend.
This was a huge wall. Like this. How many walls is that? Is that actually... Yeah, it's 37 walls. 37 walls, 37 times 3. It's around 100. 3 wood. Plus, the villager is going to also have to build. So that's 1 villager idle for that entire time. How long did it take to build this wall, actually? So it's done at... It's done like at around 1607. And, well, he got interrupted a little bit. This villager has been idle basically since, say, like 11 minutes to around 16. Let's say 5 minutes. 5 minutes of idle. Villagers, in terms of their wood count, or if this villager was on wood in 5 minutes, he would have, with double bit axe, they collect 28.2 roughly wood per minute. Let's say 25 because of inefficiency issues. So in 5 minutes, that's like 125 for the wood. So yeah, roughly 200 to 250 resources to buy this wall.
Always be to spend the least amount of resources to get yourself walled.
You like expert knowing that this is easy, but yeah. Okay. You found that this is neutral gold and you go away. Nice. But now you saw this gold. Maybe not yet, but always, if you see any gold, you need to check. If it's 3 tiles, it's neutral gold. So it's not player around. You need to check. It's 4 tiles. 4 tiles, it's someone gold. Yeah, a player gold. No, not your, because your additional gold you already found. So this is opponent gold, so it means he will be around this additional gold, like here, right? So he's here, okay.
I would recommend scouting to see what he's trying to make. You scouted the lumber camp, you scouted the mining camp. I mean, not the mining camp, but you scouted the gold. And you should know that his berries is over here.
Scouting, we know about the barracks. We don't know if he has militia on the field. His barracks is down really early, so I would actually be assuming this is like men-at-arms. But you pretty much need to check his gold. If he's not on gold, then it's not men-at-arms. But this barracks timing leads me to believe he's going men-at-arms. Obviously, we're cheating in capture age. We see he's not. But this early, I would be thinking, okay, men-at-arms. I'm going to check the gold and just confirm.
Yeah, but your focus should be on checking his gold. Is he on gold or not? Well, he's not on gold. It means he's not archers or men-at-arms for now, right? So archer range, and he's already knows that this is archer range.
And you're making no attempts to even scout him. So one unit with the spear or the archer should have been scouting to see what is he making. Is he going fast castle? Is he playing war wagons? Is he playing scouts? Is he playing man-at-arms? Is he playing spearman rush or whatever? It's just not really something that is happening. So scout your enemy. See.
But you don't even know about his warden, right? You don't know it because you lost scout. Well, what you can do now? Okay.
So going into this, playing Saracens, my favourite civ, but into Koreans is a tough matchup, and I wasn't totally sure what to do, to be honest. I knew about their civ bonus being archers and skirms being better, but I still wanted to go archers because I think people do not respect the team bonus of my archers. It's also a nice way to build up my food eco, but yeah, and then that can transition into camels later on and for an earlier castle age. But yeah, you can see there was some serious problems with my walling, blocking off my villagers and walling the back of my base wasn't great. But I swear I saw a video that Survivalists did about walling up the sides and then putting your army at the front so that you can't be attacked because you've got army there. But I must be making that up. Anyway, needless to say, there are some very good points there, and yeah, I'm not going to be doing those ones again anytime soon.
Yeah, you see the skirms, now you back off. Don't even try and attack Korean skirms. If Blue's smart, he's just gonna come out and kill you. Oh, see, Blue made a mistake here. He attacked at max range. And then that alerted you to go back. All Blue needed to do in this situation, click his guys here, get close, and he kills every single one of your units. The only reason you're getting away with only losing one guy is because Blue just didn't micro properly. You should have lost every single... Oh, we're still going to... No, never. Like, man, he has armored skirms. Never take that fight. And now we kind of... The skirms have done their job. The whole point of the skirms is to kill the archers. He doesn't care if he loses the skirms if he kills the archers. Dang, this skirmisher actually has 7 kills. Wow. This one skirm was the leader of the bunch, but now he's dead. I disagree with getting armor here because, like, your armor's never going to do anything. Armor doesn't allow your archers to fight the skirmishers, really. It's not an upgrade that helps here. It's only going to be good if you're up against, well, like, enemy archers, enemy scouts, something like that. But you're up against skirms. It doesn't, like... You should just run from this fight anyways. So getting armor just delays Castle Age. So now
you move out. I'm giving a general overview. So you see skirmishers, you have only fletching, he's open, he chases you all the way back. Instead of running away, you attempt to fight it on a hill. If the skirmishers have armor, your archers are useless. Even if you have armor yourself, they're just gonna die. So now we are transitioning into double stable against a guy who's fully walled. You don't know that, but you should assume that, especially if he's also playing this passive. Playing double stable knights against someone who's fully walled will give you nothing. Knights cannot jump over walls. To break the walls, you need siege. So if you're planning to play aggressive from this position, I totally understand. But you do not have map control. You just lost all your army. You cannot really justify being aggressive after taking a bad engagement. Look,
delete, and if you don't pay attention, he could go in here and snipe all of them. Let's go back. Let's use market. And now you invested even into armor. Armor is pretty much, yeah, honestly, is for skirms against archers pretty much. It helps a bit for archers, but it's actually kind of delaying here. Well, still bad. You still do only 1 damage. Only 1 damage. You still do. Even if you don't know that he's Korean, just check, and you can feel it. Of course, you can feel it, but yeah, you just...
So, I love that quote that Dragonstar said about knights can't jump over walls, obviously. But I don't know, it just gave me a giggle. Yeah, I went forward with my archers and I just completely threw them. I was just worried about having idle military. I knew that it would confirm that not that he already didn't know, but I wanted to do something with my units, so try and put pressure on. Obviously, just a total mistake. Yeah.
One armor, nice upgrades, I would say. No horse collar still. You didn't even do it when you was going to Castle Age, which is not good because yeah, you should do it. You don't play archers now. You play knights, so you should make horse collar 100%. I think.
All right, so you're gonna follow it up with 2 stable knights. So you're hoping that the opponent just continued with skirms, but guess what? He went into archers, and these knights are not gonna be that great. Because what did we do? We went archers first, built up a bunch of archers, kind of threw those, got fletching.
I'm not gonna talk that heavily about the macro. I'm just going over the play by play. You have +2, you attempt to fight it, he has more numbers. Instead of running away, you just took the fight because you felt the +2 will help you win the fight. That is not the case. You should always wait for your numbers to build up with knights. Wait for at least something like 8, and then you can probably engage like 12 crossbows. It's like +4 crossbows for whatever knights, like minus.
And, well, now you know he's on crossbowman, so instant reaction. Okay, we've messed up. We're not going to be able to do damage to the knights. Like, you can kill these if you had +2 armor, but we're 12 seconds late. You kind of have to just walk to the side, wait till +2 armor's in, and then maybe you can take that. But really good job on our blue player adding this knight in, because that's going to tank a lot of damage for the crossbowman. Siege Workshop. That's what I'm thinking.
Inside, and there is hole, a lot of archer, but you will have +2 soon, but not yet. Some knights attacking. You have Bodkin and 2 armor. Yeah, like, yeah. Like, when you're trying to make a decision, like to engage or not engage, check your up. Like, do you have something in now? Like, okay, it's almost done. This +2 armor, which will make a difference. Just dance here until like, yeah, until you get +2, I think, and then engage. Right. Well, let's see. Yeah, you here. Not too bad. I mean, yeah, not sure, but I think you should ignore this knight.
A siege workshop, so that we can not die to the crossbowman, is kind of necessary. One thing with the TC as well.
Right? And the castle just here, which is kinda, well, this is not bad castle, right? This is, oh, nice.
Wood in general, and your second TC should be on gold. Ideally, your first TC goes here, and it's on both resources. That's great. Then you can play around with the second TC and go for the second TC here. If we go for the first TC here, the wood, well, we're only on 1 wood line, so it's not like we have good wood income anyways, but the wood income is going to be an absolute disaster by going to the stone TC first.
Because archer will stay here and deny gold, right? So TC should protect your villagers, right? Like, it should be in front, not behind, I think. Of course, it's more exposed for castle drops, but well.
You're floating so much stone. You have 3 town centers, which, if you have the wheelbarrow, require 15 farms. 5 farms per town center is the requirement to make sure that you can produce out of all of these town centers at all times.
We never got bow saw, so the economy's not doing so hot. And, well, yeah, it just feels like we have some economic problems. Like, we're going to stone again, but do we really need to go to this stone mine right now? We really don't, right? We already have a castle. We don't need to make another castle. But we have to think about what our late game composition is going to be here at this point. So the boom is about the same, but your army composition is not quite right. So Koreans, they're going to be going Arbs here. They're slightly cheaper on the wood cost. It's not the biggest deal. Saracen Arbs are also fully upgraded, so, you know, you could fight his Arbs with your Arbs. It's not the biggest problem to do. but it's not really ideal when the opponent already has 16 dudes and you start making crossbowmen now. It's not really going to go so well, right? So it's kind of a tricky situation from here. I think having mangonels can be good, but since you're behind on the archer count and you really would like to go arb, probably going for skirmishers wouldn't actually be that bad.
The archers here, I will make mangonel now. Now mangonel here. Okay. Pikes now by him, of course, obviously. And now, yeah, it's kind of easy. How to counter this? Yeah, like skirmishers, right? Skirmishers, of course, obviously. Skirmishers counter both units, so maybe we should. I see Mamelukes. Well, Mamelukes and skirmishers. Why not? I think it's kind of balanced. One trash unit and one gold unit. Try to sorry. Try to lure pikes away sometimes. Like engage, and you see a knight or two that are close to pikes, and go to the right side. Lure them away. Maybe he'll not notice. Pay attention, and then you are like better. But again, I'm not sure why you're taking this fight. Right? Why are you taking this fight? Like why? What's dangerous with this army now? He's not on your eco. Well, this was whole, but we could. Oh, but money, right? And you are feeding army now, I will say. You're killing some archers, but you waste a lot of resources here, basically. How's the army?
There we go. Nice. But unfortunately, the castle doesn't really do anything because we can't really go for Mamelukes here. It's just not really the unit we need against crossbowmen. And Saracen Knights, they drop off pretty hard because you don't really even have Cavaliers. So, yeah, it's a little bit difficult.
So now, like, look, he's attacking you. You've stopped making villages. So whenever you get attacked, you basically stop macroing. And once, like, the situation stabilizes, you remember that, oh, I need to macro again. So that's something that's happening. So instead of using one mangonel, you made a castle. That's a very expensive defense. And also, not having castles on the map, like over here, maybe even protecting the stone. If you want to look at the hills that are available on the map, somewhere in the middle, maybe that side could have been where you would want to have these castles. But now all the 3 castles are in your base, so you're stuck defending this particular area.
Not all Mamelukes fighting, but yeah, you wanted to snipe this guy, you sniped this guy. But a lot of archers here, so Mamelukes not that great here. They should have a lot of HP now. Oh, right, elite Mameluke already. Yeah, I mean, elite Mameluke is cool unit, but we need something against archers. This should be skirms. I mean, hussars. I don't see hussars yet.
When you're getting pushed back, when you don't have the military advantage, you want to be thinking counter units. So the same goes for in the Castle Age when you're up against cavalry. If you don't have the army advantage, you want to be going pikes. The worst thing you can do right now is just throw your units for no reason. Like, I'm not sure what the thought process is by throwing these knights into his army, but I think the game is over now. Honestly, like, we just threw Imperial Age resources into these units and killed 0.
My unit composition suggestion over here is just play skirmishers from this position. If you play skirmishers with trebs and then switch to bombard cannons and hussars, you should be in a totally fine position from the current area. Like, the macro kinda is looking equalish. He's 20 villages ahead, but you had the imperial timing advantage. You did not really prepare for any of the transitions you needed. Like, if you see enemy making a unit, make a counter unit. At this level, it totally makes sense to just make counter units. You're making Mamelukes, you're getting heavy camel against someone who can potentially go halberdiers, and you're getting elite Mameluke against someone who already has a lot of crossbows. So Mameluke are a good unit if you were exclusively fighting against War Wagon, but unfortunately he had a big crossbow mass that he was left over with after Castle Age. Like, he's not losing his army, and you're constantly losing your army. So if I go into his resource bank, look at his resource bank. He's floating 4,000 food, 10,000 wood, 4,000 gold. And the reason is, you're not killing his army. He's not replacing his army. So you're really struggling at... Like, even if you kill his economy, you kill his army 2 or 3 or 4 times, he's still gonna be able to easily replace it. A really cool and easy trick for late game. All you want to do when you reach Imperial Age is get to 200 population. Every time you look at the top, it should say 200 out of 200. If it's not 200 out of 200, you suck. You are not winning. So try to get to that. And if you're doing it 200 out of 200, you're an awesome player. You're the next Hera. You're the next Viper. So hopefully.
Namalix, well, we're just kind of, you know, the one way to come back in this game is to max out and build an army. So we need to not throw the units over and over and over, because that just gets you further and further behind. If you're going to keep fighting in this game, and I mean, I know how to fight in these situations. That's sort of what I do. You got to rally your guys back behind the castle, whatever, and you got to go for 200, then you push out.
I mean, there is pattern, like how to counter armies, right? So you see enemy armies. So how like two main armies, two main type of like units, right? It's archers and hubs. Who counter who? Like obviously archers can counter hubs. So just go more archers, right? At least this could work. More archers theoretically would counter this. Yeah, but also skills. Yeah, that don't cost gold. Yeah, but at least archers. Spamming hussars against this, they will not. He's stronger here. Yeah. So now.
So this was where I was panicking a lot. When I had to put down my first castle, I didn't want to put it there, but I knew that I wanted that gold pile, so I had to protect it, and there was a threat. So yeah, not the right response. Going into Knights early Castle Age was just, I thought that Power Spike might do some damage, but that was, yeah, badly timed and not the right play. And I think you could hear from the feedback throughout the whole video that Skirms was the unit that I needed, Skirms and Siege, and I just never built that until the very, very end, which was stupid. Looking back, obviously that's the answer. That's really easy to see, but in the moment I obviously wasn't thinking about that. Maybe that's tunnel vision, maybe that's me not thinking ahead. So whatever it was, I've got to be more conscious of that and work on that. But yeah, I think I cut a lot of the end feedback back out because it was just more of the same, that I just kept throwing units, I kept building the wrong units. The guy got so many more resources that I would never come back. So yeah, I didn't need to add that into this video. But yeah. So that's it. That's my take on the 3 recordings that I have. I think there was loads more feedback I wanted to include in there. They did differentiate a little bit. Like Olad, for example, he was quite conscious of the micro that I could do. Like I should have pulled my army back, and I should have like kited my knights a bit more. A bit more about unit control. Survivalist, he really didn't like that. I went to gold earlier because I'm not a 2k player, and that's normally something you see at the 2k level. So my Dark Age was very messy, and people think, yeah, just don't overcomplicate that stage. I'm not at that ability level yet. He was also very much more thorough with the points that he was making, I would say, more in depth, whereas the other guys tried to cover more topics than he did. I think he just went deeper dive onto things like timings, and other folks were trying to say, okay, you've got this problem, that's going to lead to this. You got this problem, it leads to that. So yeah, 2 ways to approach the situation, and both are very good for different reasons. And then I would say Dragonstar, he again was really focusing on the builds and saying that things weren't right there. I mean, it wasn't. They all said the same thing. So yeah, and I needed to plan out my base a little bit more. And yeah, very useful feedback. So yeah, guys, as before, I really want to know if you guys take coaching, have had coaching, either paid or for free through a community. Because I think it's really good. It's really something we could all, if you're a 1K, this is something that could really amp up your ability. I'm going to leave a link to all of the coaches in the description below, so you can go check out their channels or their contact them on Discord so that you can get coaching of your own. Thanks very much, guys. Ciao for now.